traditional policing 25 years ago is what we did. It's the more arrests you make, the more guns you take off the street, the more dope you seize off the street, the better, the safer the community will be, right? That's what it was about. It was about numbers. Well, we know now that those numbers, there's people behind those, and it causes a lot of damage in there. And it might be we arrest you, but guess what? Now who's raising your kids? The streets are raising your kids, and then it affects them. We know for finally what works, and that's working with the community, with social services in partnership. That works, and so that's, to me, is we can do our job and be effective now. We weren't effective before. Now we know that there's a few individuals that are driving the majority of the violent crime, and we focus on them, and we don't do all that collateral damage in the neighborhood with everyone just happens to get caught because they're driving down the street. If people understand really what GBI is, you can't help but support it. Like, who could be against what we're trying to do when we're just trying to keep people alive and out of prison? And it's that just people's mindsets don't comprehend what we're really doing sometimes, and that's why any bit we can to get the word out.
Tell them how they think, B.
I mean, the struggle is real. You know what I'm saying? So what I try to get them to understand is, they ask me, so Mike, working with the police? That's why I let them know, you know, when the police got programs to help the youth, maybe your son, maybe your daughter. Do you have a program to help the youth? Do you know someone have a program to help the youth? Are you in your kids' life actually helping them? If you don't evolve, you become extinct. I ride downtown, I see them building buildings. I ride through my neighborhood, I see them tearing down houses. So I just need them to open their eyes a little bit and understand what play GBI is trying to do. They're stopping the mass increase of incarceration. They're giving people another option as well as an educated option, because you don't have to do what he asked you to do. You don't have to do what he asked you to do. You have a choice to make on your own. You can say, well, I escaped that, man. I almost threw my life away last month. My girlfriend told me I might need to go to school. I might need to, you know, try to get my GED or my bachelor's degree or whatever it may be that you want to do. But something that just gets you focused on yourself a little more, your kids a little more, your life a little more. We spend so much time surviving through the struggle, we don't get to live. So it's time to learn how to live a little bit so we can pass that on instead of passing how to survive in prison.
Tell all the youth, man, you worth being alive and free, man. You don't have to go to prison. I know you're thinking that, because just like he said, in our culture, we subconsciously teach each other that because we black, we probably gonna go to prison for something. That's just how we've been set to think. So I wanna break that, I wanna change that narrative, you know what I'm saying? I wanna teach my young black men that, hey, you don't have to go to prison, homie. No, matter of fact, if you do go to prison, you're a loser. You're being dumb. Don't go to prison, it's not cool.
Systemic redemption is this 30,000 snapshot view of what's taking place in our community and how we got there. And our job is to untangle all this stuff and then put back the pieces in a way where we're bringing dignity back to people, we're restoring homes, we're seeing, like he said, young black men who are educated, business owners, entrepreneurs, bank owners, and you know, it's that redeeming what is broken.
Yeah.
What these guys are helping do is to break down those barriers, because people don't realize that we've changed, right? And that's why I know I got frustrated with you with all this crap going on and all this negative publicity about policing that started in this horrible incident in Minneapolis. And it's like, that's not how we do policing here. We're not that, you know, we get painted with that same brush, but that's not us. This is what we do, but people don't know it, right? Because people just see the uniform. And that's frustrating to me, is how do we get this word out? And these guys are a huge help in that and trying to break down those barriers, because imagine where we could be as a community if everybody viewed police like these guys. Like, yeah, they're not our enemies. They're part of the community, and they're trying to keep the community safe. Imagine if more people thought that way, how much better this place would be.